You might be saying, hey, Jake Arrieta, whoa, calm down, Jake, calm down. Who's the newest pitcher there for the Phillies? Basically saying that his team, everyone should be held accountable. The team's playing like horse crap, horse shit, as Jake said it, against the Giants after they lost tremendously. And many ways that you could look at it. If you're Philly fans, you might be saying, Jake Arrieta, new to this club, pipe down, Jake. Jake, I mean, you're 6 games over 500, still in the hunt in June, and you're saying that this team basically is awful. Boring, maybe, arguably. You might say that they may even have the best starting rotation in the NL. Maybe when it gets to be hitting season, as Charlie used to say, they'll be just fine. And, oh, by the way, they were last year 66 and 96. At this pace, they might win 85 to 90 games. Is Jake Arrieta out of his mind? Do you realize what this team is? Are the fans out of their mind? Well, listen, I'll tell you this. Their hitting from last year to this year has gotten worse, in my opinion. I'd feel better if I was a fan of this team, if this team got off to a bad start this season and got hot as the season went, if you know what I'm trying to say. Instead, this team can't hit. They make poor base running mistakes and strike out way too much. Just my opinion. The pitching, yeah, it's good, but you can't rely on your pitching every game. Offense sometimes tends to be pretty pathetic. I think the writing's on the wall. I think the problem is, I think maybe the Philly fans are so used to losing that you don't see it. There are 5 games over 500 because the starters have pitched out of their minds. How long do you think that will last? And Jake Arrieta is right to a point. And the toughest part of the schedule is approaching. Yankees, Red Sox, Brewers, Cardinals, several series with the Nats. How many of them will they win at hitting like this? V and Pavetta are not going to hold those lines, those lineups up to 3 runs or less very often at all. Stop accepting mediocrity. Get on board behind what Jake is saying and start holding people at the top accountable to make adjustments. There is no reason this team should not be hitting. No reason this lineup should be mostly hitting under 240. Yeah, I think the Giant series, if you're a Philly fan, maybe has opened up your eyes a bit. You're slowly working yourselves back into that 1-4 start mentality you had. Kapler has done good stuff with the bullpen, so I can't discredit him there. Arrieta brought up an amazing point about the defense. There's so many defensive shifts that not only are those shifts not working, but they're affecting the mental aspect of the game, causing the players, I think, to overthink and create errors. This may be putting on a lot of stress on them, which could also hurt them offensively. Hopefully, Kapler reevaluates how he manages the game and puts them back on the right track, because pitching will only take you so far. Not every day can you rely on your pitchers to bring their bats to the yard and produce while you as the Philly fans and the Phillies get shut out every game. Hope all is well. Look forward to speaking to you very, very soon.